Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to take my plants, give them a good shower, clean off their leaves, and protect them from bugs and hopefully kill any bugs that are on there. Stick them in quarantine for a week or so, and then later on, a couple weeks or so, we will replant them into my type of soil. So I'm going to take these and put them into my shower, which is dirty, we know, and run some water over it. That will get off any bugs that are like loose and not hanging on, whatever. Get that original dirt off, get them some water, and then we will clean up the leaves. I'm going to put a couple in here in the bathroom, a couple in my room. Maybe put one of them in the craft room on the crafty table, we'll see. Then I'll get my son to scrub this clean because it's driving me insane. That is so fantastic. All right, let's go. Now that they are all showered off, I'm going to take my glove and I'm going to shake them over the bathtub just to get the excess water off. And then I'm going to spray them and wipe them down with my glove. Up a little bit, and this used to be a bottle of We the Wild. It is no longer a bottle of We the Wild. It is now a bottle of don't even know what it's called. It's something I got at Walmart because this We the Wild can be very expensive, but I actually found it at Target for a good price this year, and I almost bought it, and I was like, I have plenty. That's what I've got to stop doing, is buying duplicates of stuff, because I think, what if I run out? I got to have a backup. Stop. Just buy one if you like it. Now, if it's something that's on clearance or something that I know is not going to be around anymore, once it's gone, it's gone. I very well may buy two, but I'm not buying two of plant debuggy stuff when I know they make plenty more. So I'm just going through each leaf, wiping it down. This will help to get rid of any other bugs that may have been burrowed down on those leaves. And I will probably let them sit for like a week and then come back and do another treatment. And then let them sit for another week in quarantine. And then we will start repotting them. I don't know how hard it's going to be to take care of this thing because it's beautiful. And prayer plants, Caletheas, are water hogs. And I really try to stay away from things with thin leaves because we don't get along, because my watering schedule is so sparse, every 2 weeks. So now I've got some water in that reservoir. Could you see it? Don't know if you can tell. But yeah, he's good for another week or so to sit. So I'm going to put him right here in my bathroom where he can get some sunlight. Then I'm going to spray down my little tiny dancer who is adorable. Absolutely adorable. And then we're just going to wipe her leaves very delicately. If you've been with me, you know that I have a plant planner. I took just a planner, I printed out a sheet from some site, and it tells me how to care for, I don't know where I got the sheet from. I'm sure I have it in a video somewhere, but I always go to the Spruce to learn how to take care of my plants. And if it's one that isn't on there, then I'll just search for like a nursery or something that'll tell me how to take care of it. But there she is. Her leaves are all nice and shiny and taken care of. And she's got plenty of water. She's got roots coming out. She's going to get repotted. So we will put her We will put her. She'll just hang out in my bedroom for now. All right, then we have Mr. Stingray. Which is fabulous. Have no idea how to care for him either. He's an alocasia. Alocasias are definite spider mite magnets. So he will definitely be getting scrubbed down regularly. I'll water my plants and then scrub them down. It's a little bit early for bugs here because we still have the cold snap. But that's not to say they didn't come from Florida or wherever these came from. I don't know if my local greenhouse grows these. You know, just keeps growing them from last year's. Takes a corm and grows another one and throws it out to sale, or if they have to order them, or how that works. But he will definitely need some special attention because all of my alocasias have left the building. That is so fantastic. Some of them died, some of them were scooped up by my niece. And then here we go. We're just rebuilding the plants again. What are we doing? So if I can't find my crocodile again, crocodile fern, I'll just get the one back that I gave to her because she had one too, so we can just send those back my way. Everything will be all right. Okay. Then I'm gonna do this one. I'm doing the front and the back. And it does have that water mixing in, so it's not going to be as strong, but that's okay because she needs to, she or he, whatever this one will be, needs to get acclimated to my chaotic house. Okay, so there's that one. Then we have one more leaf. One more leaf, and then she will go sit. Oh, I don't even know. Somewhere in my bedroom, on the other side of the room from the other one. Oh, he's so cool. I could name him Corvette because I want a Stingray Corvette so bad. Why? Why do you want one of those when you're almost 60? Because I'm my mother's child. My mother had a Firebird in her 50s and 60s because you just can't take the sports car out of the girl. You can take the girl out of the sports car with a fight, but you can't take the girl out of the sports car out of the girl. Something like that. All right, see how nice and shiny they are? Remember how dusty and dirty they were when I brought him in? So yeah, now they're all nice and clean. And he can go sit somewhere in my room. I'm gonna go place him and I'll be right back. All right, next up we have the Florida Ghost, which I gave her some water and it seems like she's got too much or something going on now, which I don't understand because it only shows her as half full, but whatever. So, and I thought I had gotten this at Walmart. I found this at Lowe's. So if you're on the lookout for one, check your local Lowe's, see what they have. But these are some very thin leaves. The only thing I know about these are that when the leaves first come out, they have like, they're almost white. And as they mature, they get darker, which is a lot like my Florida bronze. It starts off as like this bronzy color, and as the leaf matures, it gets green. And I just love these. I just think they're the coolest plants. These variations of Florida species. I don't know what they are, if it's its own species or what, but I just think they're super cool. And this one, instead of being a crawler like my bronze, this is a straight up and down. It'll grow upright. But yeah, that's just, it's not as pretty as the ones at the greenhouse, I will say. But it's got enough there that I can work with it and make her beautiful. So there she is, all nice and clean and ready to be placed. I'm going to put her in the bathtub until she decides to stop peeing. Okay. Then this one I know nothing about as well, and that's why I ended up picking up the plants I did, because I was like, I've never even heard of this. I've never even heard anyone squeal on YouTube when they find them. It's called a Pothos Silver Streak. Know nothing about it. So I liked it because I had never seen it, but B, it almost had, well, it does have that crocodile pattern in the leaves, which is a lot like my crocodile fern. So I said, yeah, I'm going to have to get that because that is just fabulous. And maybe that means that I'll find my crocodile fern soon. But I don't, what gets me is the way these leaves curl like this. I just thought that was so unique. I've never seen a plant do that before. I thought that was pretty fun looking. So we'll see how she grows this summer. If I can get enough growth out of these this summer, they'll make it through the winter. We'll see what becomes of her. But she's fabulous. So I might put her downstairs, just away from the other plants. And then we have one more, which is the spider plant. And spider plants, I don't think they really get bugs. I don't know. For some reason I'm feeling like I read that they don't. But I'm not sure. So we're just going to take what we have and wipe through them. I think I should spray her just to be safe because I don't remember. There we go. And the only thing, I've tried just spraying this stuff on and leaving it, but it leaves spots. You have to wipe it to get that shine on the leaves. It'll just get blotchy, and then it isn't pretty. So she'll go in the craft room, and the others will be spread throughout my bathroom, my bedroom, my craft room, maybe one downstairs. All right, so to round out this video, we have the Calethea in the bathroom. I placed this baby spider plant on my shelf in my bedroom. I placed the, what is it called? Silver Streak Pothos Silver Streak Pothos. Right here. Look at them babies. That's my grandsons when they were little. He loved that map. And my beautiful daughter, Bride. And more Dungemies. I put Mr. Stingray under here, but I think I'm going to have to move him because I do need to put my chair back. Thanks. I just put my little tiny dancer up here by the window so she could get a little sun. And then my pretty Florida Ghost is going to be in here. Can't help it. It's so beautiful. It's going to be really cool when it starts having new growth. It's got a little bit coming up right there. So I'm really excited about it. They grow up to 6 feet tall, but it says you can cut them back if you want. It's not going to hurt them, which is good to know. But yep, that's where she is. Okay, so apparently I was really over the plants, unless it's somewhere else in this craft room, but I could have sworn it was in one of these, and I can't, it's nothing. Where is it? All right, so I'm going to show you the spruce site that oh, excuse me, I'm exhausted, that I used to find my information about plants. So I just go to the spruce, and it's got a little house there, so you click on it, and then you search for Florida Ghost Care. Search. How to grow and care for Philodendron Florida Ghost. And this is just a good picture of how it looks with those immature leaves that are lighter. Yeah, it's really pretty. Man, the ones at the greenhouse were so nice. Anyway. So, Philodendron Florida Ghost is one of the most sought-after houseplants, and with good reason. This rare... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, I see you, bug. I saw you out of the side of my eye. We will not have you. That was a gnat. Okay. Sorry, hold on. I'm just paying attention over here for a second. Okay. Shed a little gnat. Everything is fine. No thanks, I already get the emails. Alright, so this rare tropical plant is known for its shiny, deeply lobed leaves on hairy red petioles that unfurl ghostly white before eventually darkening to a deep, attractive green. You'll sometimes see variegated versions of this plant with green patterning against the white on immature leaves. Some specimens, whose young leaves emerge pale green rather than white, are referred to as Florida Ghost Mint by houseplant collectors. Lord, Lord, do I have one of those? I don't know. I'm going to have to wait for the next leaf. I've got a white one, it looks like. Oh no, he's kind of green. I don't know. All right, that's just fabulous. Florida Ghost is a relative... Oh, I missed the gnat, apparently. Florida Ghost is a relative of Philodendron Florida Green, which I have one of, another hybrid of Philodendron squamferum plus pedatum. It's crossed with pedatum. That's what all that means. We don't know. Both were developed by... Damn it, Jim. I'm going to have to give him another... Look, what? I'm going to have to give him another squirt because he's got gnats. And we cannot have that. It was developed by Florida botanist Robert McCulley in the 1950s. Here's what you need to know to grow and care for a philodendron Florida ghost. They mature 2 to 5 feet tall, bright, indirect light, loose, well-drained soil, acidic, toxic to people and pets. And then it'll come all the way down here and show you pictures of it. It'll tell you what type of light. Keep it in a place with lots of bright, indirect light. Leaves will eventually fade to green as they mature. Lots of light will help your plant put out the creamy white young leaves it's known for. Some people use grow lights to ensure they start out white. I've got plenty of east and west light that if I put it in the living room, it's going to get that direct sun and yeah, it's fine. Soil mix, you want a rich potting mix that drains well but holds on to the moisture. Indoor potting mix with perlite and orchid bark, which is what I use for anything that's an arceae or archaea, or however you say that word, Araceae. Araceae? I don't know. But I know when I see that word, I do my number 2 soil mix, which is the one that has potting soil, perlite, and orchid bark. Your philodendron requires soil that's moist but not soggy. Water it when the top inch or so has dried out. Always keep it in a pot with drainage holes. Check drip trays after watering and pour off any excess so the plant isn't sitting in water, which can lead to root rot. When the plant goes dormant in the winter, cut back on watering and monitor the soil for moisture to avoid overwatering. It likes to be between 65 and 95 degrees. Anything below 50 will harm it. You want to feed it with a nitrogen-rich houseplant fertilizer, diluted half strength. Water before you fertilize it so it doesn't get too much. Feed once per month during the spring and summer. If your Florida ghost is outgrowing your space or starting to look leggy, you may want to give it a trim. Use a clean, sharp knife or pruners. Cut off the excess just above a node. You can also try propagating new plants from the portions you cut away. Well, that's what we're going to do for my niece. Once you've got the hang of growing it, it's a great idea to propagate it and make new plants because it's a rare specimen and expensive, hard to find. This is probably written a few years ago, I don't know. Florida Ghost, you can propagate philodendron Florida Ghost in water or growing medium using stem cuttings. Here's how. Cut a 6-inch stem with several leaves just below a node. Remove the lower leaves. Place it in a glass of water. Keep them in a warm, humid place with bright, indirect light. If using water, change the water regularly. If you're using soil, make sure to keep it evenly moist. Roots should begin to grow from the modes within a month or so. Spider mites, mealybugs, aphids, scale. I used an organic insecticidal on them. It looks like I need to do it a little bit more, but I don't think that'll work for gnats. Overwatering, they will turn yellow. Brown, you need a humidifier. Drooping leaves, something's not right with watering. Some collectors call them Florida Ghost mint if their leaves unfurl pale green rather than white. So you just get so much information. And if you look back on my old planting videos, you'll see where I had a page with a picture of it, the name of it, the soil that I used for it, the species, the growing habits, how to care for it, how to treat for pests, the types of pests it had, whatever. Apparently I got rid of that. Okay, great. I mean, once you learn your plants, you don't really need this as much, but it would have been nice to still have it. I'm kind of upset with myself because I think I got rid of it. That is so fantastic. All right, guys, that's it for this edition of Leslie's Living Room with Plants. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if you're a plant shopper and what you're looking for. Have you ever had one of these Florida ghosts? What you paid for it? How does your garden grow? And, you know, leave me that in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video in a couple of days. Bye.